Welcome to the fall 2016 edition of EK210, Introduction to Engineering Design. My name is Jerry Fine. I'm a professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, and I'm also the director of the Engineering Product Innovation Center, or EPIC. I'm going to teach two sections of EK210 this fall. Also teaching two sections this fall will be three other faculty members. Professors Bufano, Carruthers, and Vogt will also be teaching the course with me. We're going to be ably assisted by two great engineering instructors, Alex Zossels and Osama Amar. You'll get to meet both the faculty as well as the engineering instructors on the first day of class. You'll also see some undergraduate learning assistants wandering around class. Now, the purpose of this video is very simple, which is to explain to you how we're going to teach the class. And I need to start by telling you a little bit about the objective of the class, which is obviously to teach you how to design products. Now, in the real world, a product can be almost anything. It can be software, it can be a service, it can be a piece of hardware, or it can be a combination of hardware, software, and service. Here in this class, generally, for convenience sake, what we're going to teach you how to do is design hardware. Now, the hardware you're going to design is going to have some mechanical componentry. It will have some electrical componentry in the form of circuits or sensors. It may even have some elements of biomedical design in it. We're going to try and teach you the process of product design, and we're also going to try and give you an appreciation for the complexity of product design. You're going to see that in designing products, things that you never think about, like selecting the right material, or getting the tolerances correct, or thinking about the fundamental physics underlying your design, are things that really matter. Okay? Now, you may say, why is this relevant to me? Well, product design is at the core of what engineers do, regardless of whether you are going to ultimately end up in an industrial setting or a research setting. So we think it's important. Now, where am I going with all of this? Well, the reason I'm telling you this is because it ought to be obvious to you that product design is inherently a hands-on experience. While there's a certain amount of product design that goes on in front of a computer, most of product design happens when you actually try and put things together in ways that work. Now, because this is only a 2-credit class, and because we want you to be spending time putting products together, we have to provide some educational materials online to enable you to have time to have the hands-on experience inside class. So therefore, every week you will be asked to watch a 1-hour session, maximum 1-hour session, describing the materials that you'll be working on in class that week. Okay. Now let me emphasize something to you. Watching the 1-hour session is not optional. All of the faculty will be tracking your viewing. You will be penalized at the end of the semester if you have not watched all of the weekly videos and if you have not taken the weekly quizzes that we use to assess whether you've learned the material or not. Each week's session will contain a variety of different things. There'll be lectures from guys like me. Hopefully we'll keep those to a minimum because they're pretty boring. Okay. There'll be some outside videos. There'll be some guest lectures. There'll be some movies. We'll do whatever we can to mix it up and make sure you learn about product design. At the same time, we're going to be asking you to do some reading in your text every week. Again, that reading is not optional. Now, what you can expect when you go into class is pretty simple. Each of us as faculty members will spend about 10 to 15 minutes at the beginning of a class, maybe a little more in the first class, just going over the materials. Okay. We're then going to ask you to get out your projects, get out your tools, okay, and begin to work. Okay. Now, we're really looking forward to it. We're going to have 225 or so students this semester, divided up amongst the 8 sections. Okay. What we're going to do is in the first 3 weeks of the class, we're going to be doing reverse engineering on existing products. We're then going to divide you up again, and we're going to work on some great design projects we have this semester. The design projects are all centered around the theme of community preparedness in the event of a disaster. We think you'll really enjoy these projects, and we're looking forward to seeing you in class.